All right, fellas, it's the most wonderful time of the month, and I have no hope. I have absolutely no hope. The balance patch from last month was just terrible. Lots of buffs to characters that were already strong, like especially Star-Lord. Star-Lord is just becoming like ridiculously rampant. I don't believe that they're actually going to nerf the stuff that needs to get nerfed. I don't believe that they're going to buff anything. I just saw the trailer for Cyclops. He's just hit scan Moon Knight. That does a little bit less damage, it looks like. um, so yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, but let's see what they got to say. The time stream is in flux once again, and the battlefield is getting a cosmic recalibration. Oh, they look like like they're having so much fun with these silly little words and their exclamation marks, and they're just let me read this shit, man. Ugh. Angela. Asgard's assassin is now swifter and sturdier than ever. Angela's survivability and mobility gets a slight boost. Reduce assassin's charge cooldown from 6 to 4 seconds. Okay. In shield stance, increase shield value from 3 to 350. Okay, upon canceling the shield, increase the shield recovery rate. Reduce the interval between shield use from 1.5 to 1 seconds. Okay, this is good. So when they did all the people call it a nerf, but I call it more of like a rework where they focus most of the power onto her brawl mode. They buffed a bunch of the stuff that's in her brawl mode, and they're continuing to do that now. So now when you're on the ground, when you're grounded, you get a buffed shield so that you can shield more damage and then do more damage as a result. And then your shield regenerates faster, and it's on a faster cooldown, which is great. And now the assassin's charge from 6 to 4 seconds was very much needed, but then again, you're still you're moving her back towards the CC push poke thing. But you know what? I haven't seen a lot of Angela this season. I tried playing Angela once or twice. I'm pretty sure I have like a 20% win rate on the character right now. Like it's just, yeah, I don't play her very often, and it's just like there's just way too many counters, way too much CC, and the CC changes kind of did nothing. So, all right, let's see what's next. Devil Dinosaur. Oh boy. Looks like Moon Girl needs to put her big buddy on a slight diet. We're slightly reducing Devil Dino's damage, survivability. Okay. Remove the knockdown effect from Impact Beam. Aw, what? Why don't you remove the slow? Remove the slow. This gives him some, like, utility. What the fuck? What? You should take away the slow, bro. Like, what the hell? Like, this is, like, the knockdown effect on flying characters is something that you kind of need. So, like, what the fuck are we doing? Increase buddy beam. Okay, her barrier cooldown from 10 to 12. Reduce percentage damage per second on the bleed from 3 to 1.5%. That's a huge nerf. That is a huge nerf to survivability. That's insane. Okay, so the knockdown on the beam, super stupid. Again, they're going back to everything in this game has to have a slow. There needs to be 29, 30 slow abilities in this game. So instead of removing the slow, we're going to remove the one piece of utility that kind of made him a little bit useful against flyers. So now he has no counter against flyers. Great! Love that. But okay, but Devil Dinosaur needed a nerf. But that impact beam thing, no one's really going to feel it. But in the few situations that you kind of needed it, now you don't have it, and it's just an unnecessary nerf in to a part of his kit that didn't really need the nerf. But the rest of the survivability nerfs that tackles the issue. Yeah, these are fine. Now Magneto. I mean, what could you possibly do to Magneto? Come on, what are we doing here? Let's see. The mutant, or whatever, increase meter M maximum duration from 4 to 5 seconds. Increase the damage dealt when fully charged from 300 to 350. Jesus. Okay. Okay. So that means. No, yeah. No, that's just a straight buff. Now, you can hold it longer and just do way more damage. And I think when it's fully charged now, I think max is 500 damage, so now it's 550 damage. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, it's just a 50 damage buff, but I mean, if you're holding it for 5 seconds and people haven't like cleared the fuck out, it's kind of a skill issue on everybody else's part. So yeah. Okay, cool. Sure, why not? Sure. Rogue, decrease the cooldown of Fatal Attraction 14 to 12. Okay. Reduce energy consumption when defense stance When using defensive stance from 60 to 50, increase absorb damage. And, okay, yeah, good, good. Yeah, because they already kind of did a change like this on her block, and it was still kind of useless. It was still being depleted a little bit too quickly. So yeah, this is good. Now you kind of you give her more damage, and on part of her kit that needed the damage. The only thing is that the tenacity changes are still they're still trash. So 14 seconds to 12 seconds, you're just more likely to trigger tenacity. I mean, we're not really. I mean, we would hope that that wasn't the case, but unfortunately, yeah, whatever. All right, duelist. That's it. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay. I mean, I would have liked like a Groot nerf, like just nerfing his ultimate charge by maybe 200 points or something like that. But it's fine. It's not a huge deal. All right, duelist, Black Cussy. All right, Felicia's luck. Oh my god. All right. May have finally run out. We're increasing the fortune cost to purchase relics, decreasing her fortune acquisition efficiency, and lowering her survivability and damage. Okay. Before I even touch any of this, I don't know how to play Black Cat, so I don't understand her kit. All I know is that she has practically infinite uptime. She gets her coins too often, and I play Ultron. I have like 120, 130 hours on Ultron. And because of the infinite uptime, she practically has infinite dashes. So when she has infinite dashes, she's in the air all the time. So even if you have 360 HP, if she just stays in the air and just in, always doing damage, it doesn't matter how much HP she has. When you create a character with infinite uptime, eventually she's gonna kill you. So we need something. We need to do something about the uptime, which it sounds like okay. If you're increasing the purchase price of all this other shit, then yeah, that's probably what's gonna do it. So let's see. Reduce Black Cat's cradle damage from 50 to 40. Good. Remove one charge. Oh my god. Changing it to a cooldown and reduce the cooldown from 10 to 8 seconds. I don't know what that does, but wow. This is the first time they actually like remove a button and change it to a I mean, she's changing it to a cooldown, so like you still have it, but like that's great. This is great. Reduce Phantom Pursuit damage from 75 to 70. I think she shouldn't be invulnerable here. I mean, that's stupid. You can do the auto aim, you could do the fucking whatever, and you're already pretty hard to hit because you're going in, swiping, and coming back to the same spot. So I think that should have been enough. Like she doesn't need an invulnerability attack. That's kind of silly, but sure, a nerf is a nerf. Increase the fortune cost of Chernobyl's crystal, Ring of Zona, Monta, whatever, from 200 to 300. Okay, good. Increase the fortune cost for oh wow, her wall hacks from 100 to 300. Good. It can no longer reveal enemies behind objects. Duh! Whose stupid ass idea was it for it to do that in the first place? Yay, you're giving us something we should have already had. Yay. Reduce calling card ability dash targeting distance from 60 to 40. I didn't even know it had a limit. It looked like you could just kind of dash across the map. But yeah, 40 meters, sure, that's fine. Participating in eliminations no longer refreshes the remaining duration. Okay, instead, it adds 3 seconds to the current remaining time up to a maximum of 10 seconds. That's good. That's good. Kind of. I mean, it still effectively does the same thing. But it will last a little bit less. So, okay, fine. Fine, sure. A nerf is a nerf. Increase the ultimate second hit base damage from 30 to 70, but remove the percentage base damage. Total, okay. For 250 HP enemies, total damage of 2 attacks is reduced from 110 to 100. For 600, total damage from 2 attacks is reduced from 180 to 100. Additionally, reduce the fortune gain from the stack from 300 to 200. Okay. Okay. Fine. I know they compensation buffed her and they kind of reworked the thing. But, I mean, if your base damage is 70 and now you're doing 100, that's 270 damage as opposed to where it used to be 220 plus 30. Like, yeah, they buffed it. Like, what? All right. I mean, they buffed it towards like squishies, but like she's not a tank buster. She shouldn't have percentage based damage anyway. Like it sure now she does less damage to tanks, but like what the fuck? Now she's killing, she's more likely to kill Luna Snow and all these other 275 HP heroes like quickly. Whatever. All right. You know what? Nerfs are good. Nerfs are good. I'm happy with this. I'm okay with this. And that's my work phone going off. I'm gonna have to ignore it. Blade. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. I've been playing some Blade this season. My win rate has been a little bit lower than this season than it has been previous seasons. So honestly, I just give him more. Give him a burst damage. Give him one form of burst damage, and give him more focus on his anti-heal. That's all I want. That's all I want. Okay. Daywalker is ready to carve up the competition. Oh, we're so happy. We're slightly increasing Blade's close range combat capabilities. Increase the unstoppable duration from to 1 second. Damn, that's pretty good. While in sword stance, increase the initial hit damage of Daywalker dash from 20 to 30. Good. And increase the damage per spin from 8 to 10. Total damage from 52 to 70. Good. Why wasn't it 70, 7 or 8 patches ago? Like, what? It was 52? Oh, and they did nothing for his overhealth. I mean, this gives him a little bit more burst damage, but like, you gotta focus on his heal reduction. Or else there's no place for him. So yeah, I mean, this kind of does nothing again. It's just buff, 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 and it's just whatever. The man without fear will need to rely on a bit more of his other senses now. Oh my god, we're reducing Daredevil's ability to scout enemies' team positions while roaming the outskirts. Oh, and lowering his engagement distance and post-engagement survivability. Reduce radar sense maximum detection range 50 to 40. That's interesting. Reduce sonic pursuit dash targeting distance from 20 to 12. That's crazy. Reduce objections duration from 1.5 to 1.2 seconds. So I'm pretty sure that's his deflect. These are pretty hard nerfs. That's pretty good. Yeah, that from 20 to 12 meters is good, and his deflect lasting a lot less is also really, really good. So, okay, good. Yeah, these are decent Daredevil nerfs. Now, he still does the same amount of damage, but I think, honestly, he's still really good, and his survivability is still kind of crazy. And maybe they should nerf his overhealth a little bit more, but I think this is fine. I think I'm okay with this. Elsa Bloodstone. Ooh. Reduce the damage required to upgrade the passive skill Inherited Instinct from 160... Damage to rating can multiple... What? Who the fuck? Oh my god. If you're gonna do this, you gotta make it so that when she dies, she has 0. This is retarded. I'm not gonna spend my time on this. I'm gonna get mad. But that's stupid. Human Torch. Reduce Flaming Meteor cooldown from 20 to 15. Good. Reduce Plasma Body single charge energized time from 10 to 8 seconds. Okay. Good changes. I don't play Torch that often, but I think these are good. Next, Moon Knight. Reduce Crescent Dart single shot damage from 25 to 23. Good. Reduce Moonblade damage from 80 to 70. Good. When Crescent Darts and Moonblades bounce between enemies or onks, adjust the damage attenuation per bounce from 80 to 70%. Good. Moon Knight will now deal less damage when bouncing attacks among multiple targets or off of onks. Good. Thank God. They actually fucking gutted Moon Knight, like the most brain dead DPS in the game. Now, honestly, his one shot off of his Ankh and his Crescent Blade was what made him useful. So with these nerfs, you kind of gutted the character, but that's fine. I want a season of no fucking Moon Knight. I play on PS5, right? So that's like the most brain dead, like fucking you don't need to aim, you don't got no fingers, like type shit, you know? Now there are some really good Moon Knight players out there who like you cannot dive them because they'll Ankh the ground and they'll one shot you, and they farm continuous damage all game, like. I'm sure the Moon Knight one tricks will still make it work, but for everybody else who only plays Moon Knight on that one symbiote brain dead map, sorry, you're gonna do less damage, as you should. Namor, increase aquatic dominion cooldown reduction granted from 1 to 1.3 seconds. Okay, so that means that whenever you hit somebody with your primary fire, you get your squid a little bit faster now. You knock off 1.3 seconds instead of 1 second off the cooldown, which is good, which is real good. Okay. That's actually a really big buff there. So more uptime on the squids. All right, Phoenix. Thank God. Please take away the slow. Please just nerf her damage. Just take away something. Take away something, bro. I'm curious to see what they do. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if they compensate buff her. The cosmic flames are burning a little less brightly from afar. Thank you. We're slightly reducing Jean's flanking, sustain, and mid to long range damage capabilities. All right, cool. Wow, good. Reduce the healing over time from 10 to 5 seconds. Good. Cosmic Flames damage fall off. Adjust the damage fall off at 30 meters from 75 to 65. Good. The distance to KO a 250 enemy with critical hits is shortened from 18 meters to 16. Good. At maximum fall off, single hit damage is reduced from 45 to 39. The number of hits required to KO is increased from 5 to 6. Okay. Decent nerf. She still has a slow. You can't give a 2-tap character a slow. Take that shit away. And a hit scan stun. Like, that's really stupid. But, I mean, I guess this helps. This helps. I'm all for Phoenix nerfs. This is good. You still have a ways to go, but this is good. This is fine. All right, Star-Lord. Oh, my God. So, when they increased his ammo count, now, like, you're more likely to one-clip somebody without headshotting them. Because I think you do like 300, 400 something damage in a clip now. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. And it's not, it involves zero skill. Like, you just hold the trigger a little bit longer. Woo, yay, let's fucking go, right? And so now, like, I remember I was playing Angela, just to focus the Star-Lord, because Star-Lord players that don't even play Star-Lord now are getting carried by the buff. And like, you try and block one clip of a Star-Lord, primary fire, and he one clips your shield. He can one clip a Captain America shield. He can one clip an Emma shield. He can one clip whatever, and it's silly. So, okay, adjust the damage fall off. Maximum damage fall off at 25 from 65 to 50 meters. Good. Okay, good. Honestly, that's great. That's fine. I like that. That's a good change. But I feel like his he wouldn't need this if you didn't give him 50 ammo to his clip. Or, you know what? Like, you could keep the 50 ammo to the clip, but reduce the damage by 1 and maybe increase his fire rate. But, like, you can't, like, 50 to a clip is just so silly. It's just so stupid. He really did not need it. I don't know what kind of math, statistical, like, nonsense that they're doing to buff characters, but they're doing anything but playing their own game. Like, alright. Alright, and that's it for DPS. Are we missing anybody? Did anybody else need a nerf? No Black Widow rework. No Spider-Man changes, but whatever. No one's really asking for Spider. I hate Spider-Man, but like I don't really see how you can nerf him. I think that's fine. I think maybe I'm speaking too soon, but all right, let's go. Strategist Adam. Increase Avatar livestream charge time reduction when Cosmic Cluster hits enemies from one. Okay, so they're giving him the same buff that they gave him last season. Okay, Cloak and Dagger. Okay, the one thing about Cloak and Dagger is double Terra Cape. Now, I didn't know that Terra Cape on its own did 55 damage, but getting hit by it twice is ridiculous. So I would like for them to like just reduce the Terra Cape damage from 55 to like maybe like 20, because like just the debuff on its own is super powerful. But okay, let's see, what are they doing? The Divine Duo brings even more light to the shadows. See an increase to baseline healing capabilities. When Light Force Dagger direct hits allies, reduce the single target healing from 16 to 12, and increase the spell field healing. Oh my god! For direct hit teammates, the healing remains the same, but AoE healing is increased. Yay! Yeah! Oh my god! Increase the healing boost ratio from Veil of Light from 15 to 20%, and they didn't nerf Terra Cape. Why, bro? Like, Cloak and Dagger already does enough healing. She was fine, bro. Like, I guess I get it. Like, you want to do more AoE healing because the single target healing is pretty low. But like, goddamn, bro. Like, what the fuck? No one's asking for this. All right, next. Deadpool strategies. Okay, gun form. Increase bouncing bubblehead. Continuous healing provided by spell field from 40 to 50. Okay. And from 50 to 55, upgraded. Okay, that's fine. Gambussy, bro. If it's anything other than his ult, bro, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. I really like Gambit's ult, bro. Sorry, not his ult. I really like Gambit's kit, bro. But just nerf his ult, take away the healing, make it like a purely offensive or a purely defensive, but not both. Give it one or the other. But nerf his ult and then and then buff his base kit, please. Or maybe don't even buff anything. Just nerf his ult and let him be weak for a season. Fuck's sake. All right, let's see. Reduce the bonus damage multiplier ult from Rage and Royal Flush from 25 to 20%. Reduce the movement speed bonus from 40 to 30%. I think that's good. I think honestly they should just commit to just removing the healing altogether and just make it strictly an offensive ult so you don't have to use it reactively. And so if you're more proactive with your ult, that kind of, feeds into his base kit, which is meant to be proactive in my opinion. Like if you play DPS Gambit, like you got a lot of damage capabilities here. So okay, a nerf is a nerf. I'll take it, but again, still not enough. His ult still does too much. They have to just completely take away two things from his ult. They have to completely take away two things at least. So all right, Ultrasy, what are they gonna do to my boy? What are they gonna do to my boy? Oh my god. The Age of Ultron is facing some minor technical difficulties. Ultron drone coverage range is taking a hit to lower the buff capabilities provided to allies, and we're reducing his ultimate ability charge speed. Okay. Reduce imperative patch maximum drone attach distance from 35 to 30. Whoa, that's real. Ooh, okay. Increase firewall cooldown from 10 to 12 seconds. That's his shield, and that's his speed boost and his damage boost. Okay. Increases ult charge from 4,000 to 4,300. Damn. Wow. That shield cooldown nerf is pretty big to your own survivability. Now, when you're not using it, okay, your dash is probably your biggest survivability tool, but the shield is a pretty important cooldown. So reducing it to 12 seconds, increasing the cooldown to 12 seconds is a pretty heavy hit. I'm not gonna lie. So these are really good Ultron nerfs in my opinion. Okay, all right, next. White Fox Sissy. Reduce charm and invincibility spell field radius from spectral white surge from 0.8 to 0.6 meters. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is good. This is good. The charm was very annoying, and like honestly, you just spam it down main and you hit the tanks with it, over and over again. So at 0.6 meters, you're a little bit less likely to hit a tank, but I mean, you're still spamming it down main over and over again. I still feel that it's good. Like it does need to do the charming effect. So I think this is probably the only way that you can nerf it is by reducing the size of it. So just make it more of a skill shot. I think that's fine. I think this is okay. So overall, no invis nerfs. I hashtag nerf invis. I take away her self shield. Take her push pull distance is fucking longer than Ultron's drone distance. So that's just great. She still can push pull people from 40 fucking meters. So that's still, Invis is still probably one of the most obnoxious CC driven supports that you can play against. But I'm just biased. Yeah, and then team ups. Yeah, this was. Oh, wait a minute. Reduce the healing and damage provided from Rogue's team up. Reduce percentage base damage dealt per attack from 3 to 2%. Reduce the spell field healing provided per attack from 55 to 25. Oh my god. Wow. They nerfed the fuck out of the Rogue team up. Jesus. Now Rogue is that's just a straight Rogue nerf. Like that's kind of crazy. Okay, so they nerf Rogue and they buff Rogue. So okay, so this balance patch is, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's not really like, okay. The Black Cat changes are good. The Daredevil changes are good. The Elsa, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's always one fucking DPS that's already strong that they have to buff for no fucking reason. And then next season, just to give themselves a reason to nerf something next season. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, that Elsa blood, that pissed me off. Because it's like, bro, like, it could have been like an average patch, but this is honestly just slightly below average. Because, okay, all these nerfs that they're doing to Black Cat, like, yeah, necessary. These are good nerfs. These are what the character needs. But it's like the character should a lot of the shit on here, like the character shouldn't have been able to do it in the first place. So like you're bringing it to a state that like she should have been instead of being overpowered, and like like that's not like who cares, bro? Like you're bringing us back to a state where the characters are not overpowered, which is like what we want, but like no, it's more so what we expect, you know, like so whatever. This balance patch is okay. I'm you know, they buffed my boy Magneto. They buffed Adam, my boy, and they nerfed Ultron quite a bit. That ultimate charge, whew, my god, it's gonna be, yeah, it's crazy. And you know, there's a lot of people who throw games just because you have an Ultron. Oh my gosh, I had one silly ass dude who was like, "Oh yeah, whenever I play with an Ultron, I only play Jeff. Like, just tell me your parents are cousins." And I got more healing than him. Like Ultron, like he's actually very viable as a double support, and people just don't know that. Like people are just so used to being invincible all the time and having burst healing and this, you know, bunch of nonsense. And so, right, so for Ultron players who actually play Ultron correctly, this does nerf him like adequately. But now that he's nerfed, I feel like that's going to give more fuel to that one Jeff player who's doing a service to society and making sure that Ultron players lose games because he gets to play Jeff and all this other nonsense. Like, sure, fuck it, give him more ammunition, I guess. But yeah, I mean. It's honestly, man, I'm probably gonna play a little bit more Overwatch this season. Like this is just it's whatever. It's whatever. So yeah. Anyways, GG's guys. I hope you have a good rest of your week.